Welcome, novice, to the game. We're collabing today! Where in the YouTuberverse do you hail from? What's your channel?
Simply Robot.
You have officially embarked on a quest that will test your limits. I can't wait to dive into this build. Tinky Winky in the house! You're gonna build your own Tinky Winky, the official drivetrain of level 1. A drivetrain?
Okay.
It's based the robot with your wheels and the motors that drive those wheels. That's what we're gonna. That's our drivetrain.
Thank you for telling me.
So get used to it, kid.
Okay.
You're gonna mod your bot with the 3D printed accessory of your choice. We like to call this phase Shrekification. Thank you, Krista. Then you're gonna start lily dipping your little toes in Fusion 360, which is a CAD program that's computer aided design for noobs. It's gonna let you edit your build virtually. Then you're gonna code this little pal in ModKit. Pretty cool block coding language. ModKit is gonna be your friend, your little pal through Novicehood.
You're my little pal.
You're gonna code Tinky Winky to navigate Rainbow Road. Notorious Robot Challenge course, right? Beep, beep, incoming announcement. We rank each project for being code, build, or circuit heavy, so you know what's in store. As you can see, this project is a nice little balance of being code and build heavy. Let's jump in with this build. Okay, so to build Tinky Winky, you can follow part 1 of the build manual, or you can just keep watching. So you are gonna treat this as the front of your robot. So this is your left motor and this is your right motor. You can plug them into whatever ports on the brain you want, but Ellie is plugging her left motor into port 7 and her right motor into port 12. Then you can add the magical 3D printed mod of your choice to your robot. As you can see, we're keeping it spicy but tasteful. Click the link in the description to go to the super secret CAD tutorial. Shh! Then pop back up here when you're done!
Hi. Welcome back to the ranch. It's time to get started with coding. Yeehaw! The first thing that you can do is click on the programming environment, which for VEX IQs is called ModKit. Next, you can click on ModKit Link. ModKit Link is basically a program that runs in the background and links your robot brain to ModKit. If at any point during programming you get a notification that says, you need to open ModKit Link, then you can go back to your desktop and right-click ModKit Link and then click Run as Administrator and then click Yes. And life hack. You're welcome. ModKit should open up on a new project so we can just start coding right here. The next step is to tell ModKit what hardware components your robot has. On the side, ModKit has a whole list of different pieces, but you can scroll down to near the bottom and drag in the drivetrain component. This is actually the only piece we'll need to drag in for this build. Wow! Now we can assign ports to the two motors. To do this, you can take a look at your robot brain and where your motors plug in. Then you can select the numbers of those ports for each of the motors in ModKit. My left motor is plugged into port 7 and my right one is plugged into port 12, so that's what I'll type in. Now let's get to the fleshy meat bits of the coding process, my favorite part. To start, make sure you have the drivetrain tab selected as opposed to the brain tab, and you can click on blocks up at the top. That's where the coding magic happens, baby. ModKit uses something called block coding, which is perfect for novices. Block coding basically means that you drag entire command blocks into your code instead of typing it all out. The first thing that we'll put in our code is the when start block. That basically means that when you start the program on your robot, it does whatever comes after the when start block. There are a couple more command blocks that we'll use, which are the drive forward blank millimeters block and the turn blank degrees block. I'm gonna change the millimeters to inches because that's what I use because I'm from America.
If you use the metric system, just get off this video.
Let's start with our first command, which is drive forward. You can use a tape measure to measure how many inches or millimeters you want your robot to go during the first leg of its journey. Once you find out about how many inches that is, you can put it right in that command block. Yeehaw. As a side note, with these command blocks, you can make your robot drive forwards or backwards, or make it turn right or left.
Thank you for the demo.
Yeah, you're welcome. On Rainbow Road, all the turns are 90 degrees, but we found that sometimes outside factors like friction can affect exactly how many degrees your robot actually turns, IRL, but you can experiment with making that number a little higher or lower to achieve that crisp 90. You'll want to save your code frequently so that you don't have to mourn the loss of any precious code block children. You can name the project whatever you want, or you can keep it as Untitled Project. If you're boring, to save, you can click the project button that's next to the name of your project, and then click save from the little menu that comes up. To make your robot have the ability to come alive, slide a fresh battery into this little brain. In preparation for downloading code, you can turn your brain on by hitting the little check mark. And you can turn it off by holding down the X button. Next, we can download the code to our little child. Plug your robot into the computer and select a slot, aka the place in the brain where you want it stored. Now just absolutely smash that download button in the top right. To test your beloved robot child, set it down at the beginning of Rainbow Road, select the slot where your code is in, press the checkmark button again, and you're off! Your robot won't do everything perfectly on its first try, so after testing, you can make any changes you want to your code, download it, and test again. Don't forget to save your code after changes. Thanks for tuning in to my show. I'll be here next week, same time, same place. Catch me on the flip side.
Novice, a robot challenge course beckons. To conquer this battle, your bot must successfully navigate Rainbow Road. You have a max of 3 love taps.